How about we get started? Let's call to order the Public Works and Utilities Committee meeting. Attendance, please.
Alderman Motley. Alderman Hudson.
Here.
Alderman Wilkins.
Present.
Alderman Stevens. Alderman Rogers.
Present.
Alderman Magley.
Yep. So there's four of us. We got a quorum. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Open up for comments from citizens. No? Okay, we will close comments from citizens and move on to the water and sewer. I know there was a little conversation going on about Slaker. Can you start that?
Yep, we had another meeting with Velodyne. They actually sent the reps back down. The Slaker had kind of quit again. We put a little pressure on them, had some help from the general contractor. They installed a new heater. I'd say it's working at probably 90–95% right now. So we'll see how long that lasts. I know the rep's gonna be here tomorrow. So we'll discuss with him some other details on that. Other than that, as far as the project goes, our well 3, we've had some trouble with some of the electrical stuff going on that they installed. They are working with us on that, obviously timeline. They temporaried it for now, but just waiting on some parts and pieces for that VFD in there. They don't really have a time frame on it, so that's about it on the water side with the project.
Okay. Is there anything you want to point out in the your activity report?
No.
Any questions on the activity report? Okay. What about sewer?
Let's see, sewer, just a lot of meetings right now with Fisher and Bartlett. A little bit of an update with Fisher out at the lagoons. Have had four guys out there for about a week and a half or 2 weeks now, and have made some decent progress. So seeing some movement is nice, and things are shaping and taking forms that probably should have happened 6 months ago, but they are moving dirt, so.
General question, because it's on the sewer part of it, where are we at with this bond insurance lapsing compared to what we gave them? So I think I know, but I think everybody'd like to have an update on that.
Right, so their performance bond expires on May 3rd. We've had conversations between our city attorney and Bartlett to Fisher to let them know that they have to get that renewed by the 15th. So we've given them a deadline of this Friday to get their performance bond renewed past the May 3rd date.
Any update on,
We have not heard anything as of today.
you haven't had any feedback whether they're gonna try to get it or
Oh, yes, they did say that they were working on it.
working on it? Okay.
That's what we had heard.
So if they don't have it after the 15th, they're shut down till they have it?
Probably. I mean, they have until the 3rd, but we really need to be prepared.
I don't know if we would shut them down, but
Yeah,
I
because it
would
would be our
say,
fault if they missed their date,
it's what?
because then it would be our fault. If they
Yeah,
missed
I
their
don't
date.
think we would
I
shut
don't
them
think
down,
that-
but I think that due to the fact that we want to be insured and it's not bonded at some point later towards the end of the day, when that runs out, we would basically call in the note on them, because if they're not gonna meet that deadline, we're not gonna be left uninsured. So we have a right, I think, at that point to legally, I mean, that's what we would count on our legal counsel to make sure, but, you
She
know,
is staying on top of that.
yeah.
Is there a case the bonding people would just go on and have them finish it? But at least we'd be insured. We don't know that answer, I'm sure, but we have to know that we have that bond in place by May 3rd, right?
I'm
have to
gonna
read it.
tell you, I don't think I'm not sure they'll be able to get, because of potential legalities that we have been made aware of by our legal counsel, that I'm not sure they'll wanna extend it.
Because of the other situation.
It's on CaseNet,
So,
it's public record.
so the bottom line is, if you're an insurer and you're getting stuck with a bill potentially, and you have to litigate over that, whatever those details are, I'm not exactly sure, you sure wouldn't turn right around and probably extend another performance bond, when you've got one that's turned upside down on you. So they'll,
It's speculation at this point.
Right.
But
But we are watching it very closely.
well, speculation, if I see it and we see it, we need to take, measures to make sure we're not left holding the bag. So I mean,
And we can't be in this.
speculation, case that's just, you know, they've gotta have their day in court, but
Right. I mean, I could also say, you know, maybe there's we don't have any payments pending to them right now, do we? I don't remember. I saw it on the list.
Nothing that they've turned in recently. I think there's still that 14,000. We're still waiting on DNR to approve that pay request, and then that would be it. And that's for the supplies.
Material.
And we do have an inventory of those supplies and pictures of them on site here.
So next Monday, we'll have a good answer of what's going on.
Yes.
Okay. And then I guess that's when we'll have to discuss it. We'll have to come up with a conclusion then,
Probably so.
probably.
Or at least a tentative plan if they don't get it done. Have they provided any documentation showing that they have been working on it at this point, or if they just said they're working on it?
We haven't talked to them. It's been all through Bartlett and West, so we
Have
could
you been out there
reach out to them and find out.
in the last couple of days?
Okay. Anything else, sir?
No.
Ready to get out here, sir?
What about, where are we at on the bid for the truck? We voted on that, it was like the 14th or something, for Matt's service truck
It's in Canada,
in Canada.
That's good.
along with about 17 or 18 others that Butler's waiting on. It went on the assembly line the 28th, and he said it's gonna get hung up there, and we have not heard anything since. They can't get them out of Canada.
So they're gonna hold the price on that truck and all that, and
Yeah.
Okay. Move on to electric. All right, you got anything you wanna point out?
I've been doing a lot of pole change outs. Done a lot of those. We actually had two broke this list yesterday. So, from the winds, but other than that, that's about it. We had SCADA go down at Burkhart a couple weeks ago. And, ended up just being a simple change out of the DPU and it was done, so. But other than that, we've just been staying pretty busy doing pole change outs and all that, so.
Anything for generation and purchase or distribution
No, we did attend a roundtable, Mike and Matt and I attended a roundtable at MPUA, which was nice. It was our first in-person utility roundtable in a while. So we had some good information, good conversation about what other cities are doing about EV charging stations. It seems like if that's something that we end up moving forward with in the future, we're really gonna have some pre-planning on that. It's gonna use quite a bit of electricity. One thing that we didn't realize is some dealerships are being required to install these EV charging stations, and so we're not sure if our dealership is, but it's a conversation that we're gonna have with them and, see if that's in our future so that we can plan ahead. Matt's been asked to serve on the safety committee for MPUA, so that was
Nice.
great.
It's nice because it actually gives input into apprentice training at the NPUA Training Center, which is where we do our apprenticeships through. So it's got a lot of like mindset towards what we actually want the apprentices to be learning than what they're not right now, so.
That was very nice, congratulations, it's nice to be picked for things like that.
Yeah.
It is, it's hard work, but it is a nice thing.
Yeah.
We get an update after about 6 months.
Do they have quotes in here, is this for electric or is?
Yes. These are the One should be under streets, and one should be under electric, right? Is that the way they are?
You know, truck should be on the street.
So the skid loader, is under electric, this is a budgeted item, we're looking at $60,291.74. I have this for official approval on Monday night's meeting, when you all to see it ahead of time. This is the Sourcewell pricing, so we didn't have to go out for 3 bids, because this is the state pricing, on this piece of equipment. But with the rise in cost of equipment, like Mike mentioned before the meeting, we've had the dump truck bids a couple different times, and that one has gone up $10,000 since February. We'd like to get a PO on this. If there's no major objection, we'll officially have that approval on Monday. So we'll have it ready to go.
Is there any objection by anybody here? No. All right, Tommy, you guys, any objections to it?
I thought you added,
This is stuff, right?
yeah, the stuff.
Yeah,
It's rough manager.
I forgot, I just saw it. So the second thing is the stump grinder. This will allow us to grind our own stumps. So
Yeah.
what is that?
Talking to Matt, we should make up this money for that grinder.
I would say within a matter of 6 months,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
like the cost of it. And we actually have production being done on it rather than waiting a year and a half, 2 years on stuff. So,
Another one we need to figure out?
Let's get orders a high flow.
No,
Yes,
this,
if there's no,
this one can wait
it
till
can wait,
next
okay,
Monday.
it can wait.
Yeah.
Well, and actually, it's below the cost for official board approval, so we will probably go ahead and just get that purchased because it won't have to be on the agenda.
we can actually do it.
So we'll go ahead
So
and.
that way,
But we do have some additional, there are 3 quotes in there. We just included Mike's email so that you can see that we are looking at the lowest cost. And they gave us a discount for they don't do Sourcewell pricing, but they gave us a discount for the state
This is
pricing.
actually the same people that we got our power rake for that we use on the skid loader now, and it's been a good piece of equipment. It seems to do a really good job. So,
Makes perfect sense to have.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else for electric? Okay.
Well, that bucket truck, did you say anything about that?
I talked to Alltech about 2 weeks ago, and it was supposed to be here in June. I just wanted to see if that was still on. He informed me that it will be here probably April next year.
Oh,
maybe.
Lord.
What's the problem in Canada?
No. Just can't get them made. And I'm kind of concerned because he said if they plan on making 5 in one day and you only get 3, the other 2 are kicked out. You can't roll them over. So I'm hoping it's the first one on the line for that day that they schedule it. So he said there's a good chance we'll get it. The part that's bothering me is they're holding our price from last year all the way till next year. And we're getting a 2-year newer vehicle, so I don't know how long these companies are gonna keep doing that, so. It's not like they don't have the money, but that's where we're at with that.
Wow. Okay. Lot of good news then. You don't look like Mr. Hoffman.
I have a proclamation for one,
Oh, okay.
for other, okay?
Please do. Oh, James isn't here, so I'll.
I can get it.
We'll all do it.
Everybody get their cameras out.
Better. Got his goods out too. Lineman's Day.
Proclamation to recognize the Centralia Lineman Appreciation Week, whereas the second Monday of April has been designated as an annual observance of Missouri Line Worker Appreciation Day by the Missouri Legislature. And whereas the Centralia Electric Department is a valuable community asset that contributes to the well-being of local citizens through customer service, environmental protection, economic development, safety awareness, and energy efficiency. And whereas linemen are often first responders during storms and other catastrophic events, they diligently work to make scenes safer for other public safety officials. And whereas while we are taking shelter from storms, linemen are going out to ensure the citizens of the city of Centralia have electricity. And whereas the profession of lineman is steeped in personal, family, and professional tradition and dedication. And whereas the Centralia linemen work the thousands of volts of electricity, high top power lines, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, to keep our lights on or return electric power to our homes and businesses. And whereas the linemen of the City of Centralia Department often work under dangerous conditions and put their lives on the line every day to construct and maintain the energy infrastructure of Centralia. Now therefore, I, Chris Cox, Mayor of Centralia, Missouri, do hereby proclaim this week of April 10th through the 16th, 2022, as Centralia Lineman Appreciation Week in support of the contributions of the very men and women who keep the power on and protect public safety. Thank you for your
Yeah, you remember, he knows how to doctor that.
That was fake news, my God.
Anything in the activity report you want to point out?
A lot of concrete. New sidewalks there at the old Narragansett building. Replacing culvert, potholing, sweeping, cleaning up after winter.
We had a lot of good comments about the sidewalks down here for farmers market and just people doing the second Saturday, so.
We walked down it this weekend, it was a much nicer walk than we had before, so.
We kind of asked them if they could get it done in a short time frame, and they did. They did a very good job.
Yeah, thank you.
I think we have some sidewalk improvements that are coming up this year as well in this new budget year. The next one that we'll be focusing on is Booth Street from Jefferson to the park. So more to come.
Thank you.
Yep.
Let's see, if we go to, what is it, other public works, and is that the international quote here?
Yes.
This is the new dump truck we're trying to get. Their bids are horrible. I'm just gonna tell you, they're hard to read and usually I have to subtract to get to the final result, but bottom line price is $166,667. Like I said, it's went up since February drastically. And he said that it's going up again May 1st, so we definitely need to get this one on the road.
This year or next year?
No, it'll be a next year truck. This is to lock it in.
And this is, we probably won't pay for it until next year, but it is about $6,667 over what we budgeted. So I just anticipate it's gonna keep climbing.
Oh, yeah, and the steel prices went up significantly this last month, so if we don't get it on order, you know it's gonna go on. And we won't pay for it till next year, we know we just gotta come up with another $6 grand and some change for next year's budget. Any objections from you all on moving forward with this? Knowing will be the official vote next week?
This is just like our other trucks. It'll have a spreader, all the front plow will be on it, everything it should have. Do the winter, plus take it out and do everything we need in the summer.
So we're gonna keep all the rest of the trucks we got?
Hand one down to the water is what we're planning. Red one will go to this electric department for tree removal and hauling, so.
We're gonna order some blue. We'll still have a red, white, and a blue one.
It sounds like everybody here is okay with moving forward with these items with official votes
All right,
next year.
thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Or at least there's been no objection. Okay, anything else in the public works section we need to talk about?
Do you want to flag this one to go?
Yeah, I talked to MoDOT about, we had to do a lot of locates out by Dollar General, Budget, Muffler Shop, and Forest, because they've been doing a lot of surveying there. And I think you're right, I think it is 23. They're planning on going, letting bids in June of 23 and proceeding in the fall. We're getting that going. Sent the GIS system map to him, and after looking at it, he doesn't think it's gonna be as critical as far as moving water and electric. There might be some sewer issues that have to be checked on, like Butler, but that would be them, so it's coming. So just to let everybody know.
Daily report, anything?
Well, you touched on the Slaker. I sent a notice, even Chris, and to let everybody else know. We did set up a meeting with Kimco, which was the Slaker we had before, the one we have now, that we had no issues with. They are coming next Tuesday at 9:30, just to look, tell us what they can do in case it comes to the point. If this one falls on its face again, we're probably gonna be moving forward with that. But we need to talk to them. He guarantees they can put the same machine in on stainless, and he said it's a lot better than the one we had even, so. I need to talk to him, we'd like to hear what he's got to say, and have a backup plan in case. Work with Boone Electric on, been trying to get the contracts for the farmers and what we're gonna have to do with the northeast or northwest lagoon and out of Benoit. And we were gonna have to pay about $40,000, and we found out we can turn that in, so we'll be reimbursed with that money back, so we don't have to pay it.
Nice.
We had a meeting today, a pre-construction meeting with Emery Sapp and Sons on North Point. They're gonna try to start moving dirt if the rain doesn't shut it down this week. We also have a wastewater meeting about, we got a lot of equipment that's not gonna show up just because we can't get it. Pumps, electrical equipment for pumping the water from the lagoons to the farmers and out. So we got a meeting tomorrow on that at 1 o'clock, to try to figure out what we can do. Get rid of water on our end and get them the water they need through the summer, so.
I know when that material was ordered.
Long time ago.
Yeah, I'm thinking October probably.
They projected it, the first initial dates were kind of like in the June, July timeframe, and then the last probably 3 weeks, that got pulled, and it's being pushed way further out now, so.
We had a meeting with Martin Construction. We've got a temporary hook so we can pump right now, but it's gonna still need some finagling to get it so we can go to roads when he gets ready, and we gotta get water in the bottom of them to seal that, seal. And so we just need to see if we can get all that worked out.
Okay.
That's all I've got.
Okay. That moves us to the citywide alert system. Sounds like we have a video presentation.
We do, so, we watched this, Tara and I initially watched the presentation, and then we showed it to department heads and, city hall staff. And this is an actual app that they can brand to our city. It helps us push notifications, so again, it's just getting people to download the app, but it would give notifications, we could update about all kinds of things. So I think it has a lot to offer, but we'd like to present it to you all so that you can kind of see what we've seen. It's just 2 minutes.
GoGov is software that makes government simple for citizens, staff, and elected officials. GoGov Notifications simplifies the process of communicating with your citizens by providing a trusted source of information for events, alerts, and notices directly from your agency. Keep everyone informed by sending messages on any topic, such as road closures, events, storm warnings, emergency alerts, office closings, and more. GoGov Notification starts with a mobile app that is branded for your municipality and makes it easy for citizens to connect with you right from their smartphones. Your citizens will love the useful information included in the app, like important phone numbers, elected officials' bios, local places, social media pages, and other website content. Sending a message is as easy as writing an email. Messages support all kinds of formatting, including bullets, images, links, headings, and more, and can be delivered across multiple channels, including push alert, email, and social media. Also, you can easily target specific groups of citizens through subscriber lists and other options. And for agencies that need to manage citizen responses to their messages, you can enable two-way communication and route questions to specific departments or staff using GoGov CRM. Ultimately, all of this helps you focus on what's important, engaging your community, and strengthening the relationship between government and your citizens. Get started today. GoGov. Government made simple.
So we do know of some other local cities that are using it. If you want to look, you have to download their apps to kind of see how they're using it, like the city of Holt Summit. I think Tara got this information from one of her city clerks meetings. They're using it and they're getting really good feedback on it. The cost is $2,400 for the year, and it's renewable each year. So if we're not satisfied after the first year, then we can cancel and not use it anymore if that's what we chose to do. So
it's just a flat 2,400?
yeah.
And that includes the branding it for the city and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an easy.
So we'll make sure we have all of the right information, make sure that, and then we can possibly approve this next week if you guys are interested. We would like to use ARPA money to pay for the first year, and then after that, we come out of the city budget.
Any as may arise?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?